Yeah, yeah, that was a clean knee. I'm
I
surprised he got
appreciate it.
back up.
That's like one
Yeah.
thing. Like I feel like you should know going into a fight against me. Like I'm gonna try to throw some knees.
Man, look, remember the comment I made on it was one of your Instagram
I think
posts.
I
You had
do.
made like a
Don't I don't want
little
any of those.
slime. Yeah, I said I ain't gonna be too hungry to eat them. I said I ain't gonna be hungry enough to eat them knees like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then so I didn't land one in our fight. That I
You
remember.
almost did.
Oh,
You
like
almost did.
in the picture, it looks like I did. Joey like got a picture perfect, and my
Yeah.
knee looks like
And
it's hitting you. It's
I
pretty cool.
remember right after that I stood up and I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah.
Gonna show 'em a thing or two. I'm gonna turn it up, set it loose. Feast your eyes, I got something new.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Here with Brad Machine Gun Kelly. He's got his first bare knuckle fight coming up tomorrow night.
Yeah.
How do you feel about fighting for something that's not a local organization? It's your first time on a big show. What have you seen the differences at so far?
Well, everything moves really fast, I tell you
What
that.
do you mean?
Like got in there, weigh-ins. As soon as I weighed in, I was straight to the stage, straight back, straight in front of the cameras, weighing in live. So that was pretty crazy.
So
Everything
tell
goes
everybody
like,
what it's like when you're on a smaller promotion, because not everybody gets to see the behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, man, it drags out. Like, you weigh in at 2 o'clock and you gotta wait till 7 o'clock to go do something else. And it was immediately as soon as we weighed in, the live show started like right after. So everything was fast paced.
Yeah, when you
Yes.
have the like local promotion, like, oh, this starts at 7, it won't start till 8 o'clock. You're out there waiting the whole
Right.
time. They have like TV promotions and everything, and they're trying to get everything set up perfectly on a time schedule, so they don't have time to do all that. So that is one good thing. Like I remember when I was in the UFC, and they're like, all right, you got to be out here. We're going to get on the bus at this time. We're going to make it here at this time. You're going to be on stage at this time. And it
Yep.
was tit for tat. And then even to the fights, like this fight's going to end at this time. You got to be ready to walk at this time.
Right.
It's like they knew exactly what was going to happen in the fights and how, I don't know, it's crazy.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. Because they had everybody lined up, like everything went smooth, so a lot different than local shows for sure.
oh yeah. So tell us about who you're fighting and what he does and what he's good at.
Well, his name is Kane Tomlinson. He's 46 years old, but he looks pretty young. Man, he's got, but he moves forward a lot. Pressure fighter, throws a lot of like 1-2s down the middle, straight off the jump. He tries to do a little clinch work, but I think he's had one fight in bare knuckle. It was for Toe the Line series. So, but I don't know. I see me just moving angles on him and picking him apart really. But he's a tough dude, man. He's got a reach too, man. We was weighing in. It's like his damn arm so long.
Is he taller than you?
Yeah, he's like 5'11".
Oh, so he
Yeah,
is about my height then.
yeah,
Oh yeah, we
yeah.
talked about that. So what have you been doing training wise as far as getting ready for this?
A lot more boxing without the kicks because I'm scared I'm gonna throw a kick in there if I start getting pieced up.
A kicker, a spinning back fist.
Yeah, yeah, something. I think a guy got behind me the other day boxing around, and I ended up throwing like a spinning elbow on him and stopping it like right at the last second.
Oh
But
yeah, I've been
yeah,
there.
just a lot more stand up.
Oh yeah,
And of course, coming down there training with you set me out a ton.
hey, I
So,
appreciate that. I feel like I know a thing or two.
oh yeah, man, definitely good coach right there. Good coach, man.
I feel like Jason could vouch for that a little bit. But what was I going to say? So, what differently for this have you been doing than you would for an MMA fight? If you had an MMA fight coming up, what would you be doing
Oh
compared to
man,
what you did this time?
yeah, a lot more grappling, a lot more kicks on the bags, a lot more, there's a lot more everything with the groundwork, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, wheel kicks.
Oh yeah,
I hadn't thrown any, I hadn't thrown any kicks in like I don't
since
know.
our fight.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. About, when was that fight?
Well,
Like
no,
8 weeks
probably
ago?
since we sparred right after, like a couple weeks after our fight. So
Yeah,
that, and
that was
I remember
it.
you throwing something there. So yeah, so ever
Yeah.
since then though.
Yeah. I come down to your place one time. He's like, "What you doing with shin pads on?" You got a bare knuckle fight. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, but yeah, the weigh-ins today, that man was crazy. Like, cause I ran a mile before I even got to weigh-ins just to make sure I was good to go. And as soon as the live weigh-ins was there, that's what I weighed in for, official for the live weigh-ins,
What'd you weigh in at?
167. But
Oh,
I was the scale at the Y was 166, and like I even got a picture of it, like a video of it, like 166. And but the guy was standing right there. He was weight 164, but he said, "Man, I don't give a shit. I'm ready to fight. So
so
you
he
good
didn't
to
get any
go?"
purse or anything that didn't affect you at all.
No, 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 no,
All right,
no.
that's all
I
good.
mean, I was gonna go cut another pound if
No,
they had
yeah,
told me
yeah, you
to.
got that however long until
Yeah,
that's cool. Well,
but
and I would, I mean, a pound. How I look at it whenever I fight, a pound or a couple pounds, whatever, ain't gonna help anybody get any better at their technique unless they're, you know what I
right,
mean. Now
yeah,
there is times where it can hurt them, like if they're like if you see they're super depleted and they come
hmm,
in like a pound heavy and you're like, no, go cut that pound because that pound might make it to where in those later rounds they're gonna
fade away.
yeah, it's gonna hurt them a lot more. Now
Yeah,
speaking of the later rounds, you're used to doing 3 round MMA fights, what are 5 minutes?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
two, five 2 minute rounds. What do you think about that?
I think it's gonna be a higher output, higher pace. I think it's still gonna equal the same.
So
I think
yeah, 10 minutes total with 4 minutes of break, as opposed to 15 minutes total with 2 minutes of break. But what's crazy about it is it's only 2 minutes around, so you go faster pace, like you
yeah,
said.
you gotta
So
show out.
people get tired a lot faster. It's weird
Yep.
because it's the same way when I did my boxing matches and everything. I'm used to 5 minute MMA rounds, and I'm like, man, these 3 minute rounds are gonna be nothing. It was the
Yep.
same way. It's only 3 minutes, so you're going as fast as you can, as hard as you can.
Yeah, that's why I've been doing more cardio for that because I know it's gonna be a higher pace. So I think my cardio is gonna be all right.
I
I'm doing
got you.
a lot
So,
of that.
what's your mindset at least like when you're getting the whole? Let's start me out the beginning of fight day. So tomorrow, fight day for you. You wake up. What's the first thing you do?
Um, I don't know. Probably get something to eat, some cereal for sure. But I don't know. I usually just chill out, man. Like listen to some music and go for a walk or something, get my mind right. I
What kind
really
of what
don't
kind
have
of
to.
music? Like chill music or like
Yeah, well, actually, I
knock
like
your head
classical
off music?
music. Yeah, I like classical music, man. It relaxes my mind. So,
All right.
yeah, a little bit of Beethoven in there.
I couldn't do it. It'd make me so mad.
But later in the day, I start listening to my walkout song and get me hyped up. So,
What are you walking out to?
it's called "Set Me Free." It's kind of like a Christian rap.
Yeah,
I got a few people's gonna be there, the preachers and stuff. And the song I can relate to it. You got to listen to it.
I got you. So no MGK.
No, 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 no. No, no, I don't even walk out the MGK.
Oh, not
I
MGK. What was it? Eminem.
Eminem, yeah, yeah. I had
No.
to do that last time when we fought.
Yeah, no, I know. That's funny.
Yeah.
Um, so after you wake up and stuff, like walk me through the whole day.
I think I got to be down there at 4 o'clock. So of course I got to run my dog out to my place. So I have to go out there sometime. But man, I'll
You got to
wake up.
drive all the way up to Hattiesburg? Or you're in Hattiesburg now?
I am in Hattiesburg, but I got to drive out past Purvis. I live about an hour from here, so
Oh
I go
man.
out there check on my place because I'm probably gonna stay here at Alders tonight. So, but yeah, man, probably just wake up, go for a walk, listen to some music, shadow box a little bit, get my mind right.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, I wonder though is, how, MMA, your hands are wrapped, you got gloves on, so you can work out, like warming up with the pads and stuff. I wonder how it's gonna be warming up with bare knuckle. Never experienced that, so
So I've warmed up Jason and Chase, and I mean I don't feel like it's any different. I'll bring like the mitts that you usually hit instead of the Killer B ones because the Killer B ones with the embroidery on there. They're kind of hard, and the embroidery kind of hurt your hands. But the RDX ones are kind of soft. So everything's the same. Now, I only have them hit pads for like a little bit, and then I'll like move with them. Like we'll be shadow boxing and stuff. Now Chase punched me in the face twice last time when I was getting him ready. He bare knuckle. I told him next time, I said, you can be warming up yourself next time you hit me.
Yeah, you gotta wear a mouthpiece when you warm him up.
All right. But
The thing is, and I also gotta go get another mouthpiece. That's another thing I gotta do tomorrow.
bro, you're getting like a Walmart mouthpiece or a Hibbets or whatever.
No. I go to academies and you just get one.
That's
Like I didn't.
Impact. I'm not Impact. I don't even know why I said Impact. I haven't used an Impact mouth guard since I was an amateur.
Yeah.
Iron Jaw, Ben Sharf. Let's get this man a mouth guard made. It'll be on me. But
need to get a good one, man.
Oh, you'll be able to. It's hard when I say that. I've never had my mouthpiece. I say that too. I've had my mouthpiece knocked out twice. Once by this guy, and the last time we fought, and that's the Impact. It's hard, bro. You can't even pull those things out. So how it got knocked out, I don't know. And then one time in the Kyung Kong fight in California in the UFC. But so those things stay in pretty well. But you can put whatever you want to on them. But Iron Jaws.
I asked you, have you seen the I think it's DC mouth guards?
Oh yeah,
they got like a Killer B one.
You sent me the picture.
Yeah, and I said, "Is this you?" And you never responded back. I was like, "This man don't never."
I swear to God, I just went through the messages the other day, and I was like, I want to say I responded. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I responded in there. But no, I don't use anything but Iron Jaw, man. They are 100% like the best that I've ever had for sure, and I know at least a couple hundred people because he's from Memphis, so I've trained in Memphis and all through North Mississippi and everything. I know at least a couple hundred people that have been. They swear by him, and I think I've had 5 of them through him. Like I will not use anybody else. Yeah, but I'll see if I can't get Ben to give me a little discount, and I'll pay for you one. You there? Looks like I've kind of paused. Uh-oh. Some technical difficulties. He's up in the boonies. Hattiesburg. All right. So where were we at? We're talking about something about the Impact Custom Mouth Guards. I mean, not Impact.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know why I keep saying that. Iron Jaw. I don't know why I keep saying that. But we're talking about the Iron Jaw. That's going to get cut out. I don't know why I was saying that.
You edit.
Edit that out. I don't know why I even say that. I haven't had one of those, like I said, since I was an amateur. So that had to be years ago. I don't know why it even comes through my mind anymore.
Yeah. I definitely got to get another mouthpiece because I didn't even think about that till the other day, and I was like, damn. I was like, I might want to get a bigger mouthpiece or a more expensive one anyway.
No, yeah. I mean, they're not even that expensive. I want to say if you haven't ever got one from them or anything, even if you've gotten one from, but I know after you do your first one, it might be a little cheaper because they already have your mold. But it's like $100, $120 at most. And man, my teeth are worth way more than that. I'll pay $1,000 for one of those things.
Yeah. Do they have insurance and everything with them too? Like if you lose teeth, do they pay up to a certain amount, or I know some mouthpieces do.
I don't know honestly about all that, but I mean, they're on Instagram. You can definitely ask them.
Yeah, there you go.
Like I said, I'll end up getting one if old Ben gives me a little discount.
I got you, man.
I'll probably get one anyways.
I'll put money in on it. I don't care.
But
you already got a speaker out of me anyway.
Tell them the story about the speaker, man.
Oh my God! All right, so of course I missed weight, and at first he was gonna get 20%, and then I missed weight the second day, so he got 50%. And after the fight was over with, we kind of talked or whatever, and I come down to his house. When was it? When I come down to your house? The next weekend?
The next weekend, yeah.
The next week, yeah. So the next weekend, I come down to his house to watch the fights, and he rolls his little speaker out. I'm like, man, that's a nice speaker. He's like, yeah, you paid for it, or something like that. I was like, oh man,
it was like $450. It was like $450
bucks, man. Yeah.
I swear to God, I was like, man, I forgot my speaker at home. Fuck this! I'm going to something I would do back in the day, and like when I was in the UFC, and they were just throwing me money or whatever. I was like, I'm gonna go buy a fucking speaker or a TV or whatever if we needed it for the whole week. And then I was like, oh, I guess this is on Brad. So I went with one more expensive than I usually would have bought.
Yeah.
But no,
when somebody just throwing you $450, man, like, hey,
hey, it gets put to good use at UPS every morning.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm preloading, I bring that thing out.
Nice. I can go to work with you, man.
Hey, but so most people don't even know that you get that. I mean, other than you saying that you've hit some pads and stuff, but that since the fight, you've come down and trained, and we've done a bunch of training and everything, and you still come down and do the classes and come spar on the weekends every now and then. What do your teammates think about that and everything? Because I remember the other day when I fought, I can't remember the guy's name. He fought on the card too, but he was like, so what's up with you and Brad? Y'all are like best friends now?
Was that John?
Yeah, it was John. Yeah, that's who it was.
Or Johnny. Yeah. Oh, that was Johnny. That's the one. If he fought, it was Johnny.
Yeah, he fought.
But it was Johnny. Yeah, he thought it was pretty funny. He gives me, y'all best friends now? What? So I told him, nah, man, just, hey, you get beat by somebody, you just got to go train with them. It's just putting yourself around better people, I guess,
Yeah.
But you definitely showed me some striking, man, that was on a different level. And some stuff I did naturally, kind of, like certain moves, but you just critiqued it to where it was just like that much, just like in jiu-jitsu, that much makes it different.
Man, so that's one thing, like when I coach, and I even do it on myself, like when I'm trying to learn something new, it's like I'm super critical about it. Like it's not if you practice it and do it 1,000 times, or you practice it and do it 1,000 times and you do it wrong 1,000 times, you're still going to do it wrong later. You need to try to practice it as perfectly as you can. So when I'm in there, I'll always like call out one little thing. So people are like, man, sometimes I'll hear like, you don't ever really give us a compliment. You always like tell us something else that we're not doing. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to do that. When you get the other stuff right, then I'm going to tell you something else that you can get better at with that and get better with that. Right. And then eventually it's almost where you have it perfect. So you're never going to do it perfect in the fight, but you're going to have it as close as you can. You know what I mean?
Right. And it shows, especially in your last fight, man, like you was a technician in there on that.
Man, so yeah, and you've told me a few times, is like, man, that wasn't the same Brandon and everything. I don't know. In my mind, I was like, I'm going out here to show this dude he's undefeated. He's good. I know that. Big, like, he wasn't taller than me, but he was yoked. He wasn't skinny by any means.
Yeah, he was jacked, man. He
was
like 70.
Yeah. But just because you're undefeated and you fought people regional doesn't mean that you are still, I'm not gonna say UFC caliber, but I fought with some of the best people in the world, and I don't feel like any of them, other than Enrique Barzola kind of made me look like a fool. Just he'd take me down, couldn't hold me down. I'd get back up, he'd take me down again. It was just over. I'd get up, he'd take me down again, hold me on the cage, take me down again. But other than him, I don't feel like anybody made me look like an idiot. I mean, Zabit did with the submission that he got on me, but up until that point, no. So
you were piecing him up though.
Yeah, I feel like I can hang with anybody in the world, like even the top people in the world. So whenever I was going into this fight, like this dude thinks, because they turned down the fight with me before, and then after we fought, I guess they thought they saw something, and they're like, oh, we want. They called me out, like they asked for the fight, and I was like,
I remember that.
I was like, all right, now I got something to prove. So I wasn't going in there. We're not going to smile and have fun. I'm going in there, try to finish this dude and let them know.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
this ain't what you think it is. Just because I didn't finish you or something like that. I mean, you're tough. You're tough as hell. It's hard. Some people, like I want to say it was Jason or maybe Hollis and Tyler. I was like, oh, I mean, of course I go into every fight thinking I'm going to win. So I was like, right. I mean, I think I'm going to win, but I can promise you it's going to be a tough fight. That dude doesn't get finished. So, I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to go in there and finish him. I know it's going to be probably a 3-round war. We're going to go in there. It's going to go all 3 rounds.
Right.
In this last fight, I was making sure that, for one, I'm not trying to fight for 25 minutes. That's a long time.
It is a long time.
But I was, in my mind, I was like, they called me out. They want this. They think, for whatever reason, that they can beat me. Then
They think they saw a hole in your game or something.
yeah. Well, and now I heard a podcast since then where he just said he was having an off night, and that when he got in there, he wasn't feeling it. It wasn't the Don, it was John, and all this, and like he didn't ever press the pace and come forward and stuff. Now, I can understand like you kind of have an off night or something, but there's a reason for that. It's because I was in there in your face, not letting you do what you want to do. It wasn't because it just wasn't going for you that way. When I hit you, you're like, oh, I don't want to come forward and get hit with that a bunch more. Yep. And then the leg kicks added up and all of that. So, I don't know. That's just, in my mindset, that's how I took it. Maybe in his mindset, that's what he thinks. I mean, we can run it back. It don't matter to me.
Yeah,
but,
it'd get the same way, man, because like Chase was saying, that dude was just wasn't on your level. And he was in the first round, he come out trying to move, but as soon as you tagged him, like his whole face changed.
Oh.
He realized I ain't gonna be able to get in on that guy.
So there's stuff there's stuff that in the fight you see that nobody else sees. So I remember when I hit him, like it wasn't necessarily the first punch, but it was like a few punches in, like probably about 30 seconds in. I've hit him a few times and landed a couple kicks, and he was like, I could see it on his face, like, oh shit, that ain't what I want. Like,
yeah.
And
maybe I'm in over my head.
Yeah, maybe I wasn't ready for this, but I mean, he stayed in there. Even when I hit him with the knee, though, he kept fighting. I was surprised because it dropped him with the knee, and he kept fighting, got me on the cage.
Yeah, that was a clean knee. I'm surprised he got hooked up.
That's like one thing. Like I feel like you should know going into a fight against me. Like I'm gonna try to throw some knees.
Man, look, remember the comment I made on it was one of your Instagram posts.
I think I do.
Made like
I don't want any of those.
Yeah, I said I ain't gonna be too hungry to eat them. I said I ain't gonna be hungry enough to eat them knees like that.
Yeah. And then, so I didn't land one in our fight. That I remember.
You almost did.
Oh my God. In the picture, it looks like I did. Joey like got a picture perfect.
Yeah.
My knee looks like it's hitting you. It's
I remember right after that, I stood up and I was like, "Ooh!"
I remember you doing it. Yeah. So tell me this. So, whenever I remember for us getting ready for our fight, or before us getting ready for our fight, I had like 4 fights get turned down. Like people 135, 145 couldn't get anybody to fight me. So I remember I was trying to get a fight from my buddy Marshall, and this is before I knew you. We didn't really. I mean, we knew of each other, but we never talked or anything until after we fought, pretty much.
Right.
And it was cordial and everything between us up until then. Like you'd send me a message on Instagram and stuff, and I respond and everything.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I'm not the guy that's gonna go out there trying to talk shit ahead of time or anything like that. When we get in there, that's when whatever needs to be said is gonna be said. But
that's right.
I got so many fights turned down, and I was telling my buddy Marshall, I was like, man, he usually fights at 45. He's like, man, I'll take a fight at 45 or 35. I said, well, I mean, there's this guy. I said I'd fight him if I didn't already have a fight lined up, which I had lined up, and they ended up backing out later on. And then he was like, "No, man, I just want to try to get one at 45." And I was like, "I understand." And then my fight backed out like 3 days later. I was like, "Hey, I told you I'd take this fight called sharp." And I was like, "Hey, man, hey, I'll fight Brad if he wants to fight. I know he's looking for a fight." And my guy backed out, and then we're doing it at 155. I was like, "I'll go up and wait. I don't care." And so that's how we ended up getting the fight. So what was in your mind whenever, or that's how I ended up taking the fight with you? What was in your mind, and what did he call you, or did you ask for the fight, or how did that go?
He called me and was like, "Hey, what about fighting Brandon Davis at 55?" And I immediately was like, "Fuck yes," because there's not out of arrogance or nothing like that, like total respect. But like, there's 3 people, because as a fighter, you fight in local shows, and then you see guys like in the UFC, and you're like, "Man, I think I could take that guy." No, I never did that with you.
No. Hey, I do it all the time. I did it before I was in the UFC. I could beat that dude.
In the UFC. Like, I could beat that.
And you should be like that. You're a fighter. You should think that for everybody.
yeah. But there's three people that I said I wanted to spar or fight. When I knew they was in the UFC, and that was Brock Weaver, Jason Knight, and then you. I said I just want to spar just to see like how I hold up against them.
And you sparred with
So
Jason.
I sparred with Jason,
Sparred with
and
Brock.
it went good. Yeah, and then I sparred with Brock. So as soon as they said you want to fight Brandon, I was like, yeah, I just want to test myself.
Which is, which is crazy that we never sparred before because they're like training partners that I trained with a bunch back in the day. Like Jason, he'll come and still train whenever he's not working. Brock, before he got to the UFC, when he got to the UFC, started going out to Florida a lot.
Oh, Florida.
Yeah, down to ATT. But before that, he was coming up and training with us a bunch. So
yeah.
I'm surprised that we never sparred before then.
See, the only reason I got to go to Brock's before, I think the only reason I got to go down there was because of Gene Waltman. Because after I fought Jeremiah, like I was, doing good against him and just got caught in the third round with a choke.
Yeah.
And then Gene was like, "Hey man, why don't you come down and train with Brock Weaver and Blake Singley and them?" And I was like, "Hey dude, I want to go down there." So
bro, how long of a drive is that?
2 hours. A
So
little over 2 hours. Man.
This is how dedicated this dude is. He literally drives to come to our gym. I teach an 8:00 class, an 8:00 striking class. He'll train at his gym. If not, right now it's peak season at UPS, so I don't get to teach my 5 and 6:00 classes. But he would come down and do the 5:00 class, wait around and do the 8:00 class as well. And that's how long of a drive? Hour and a half?
Hour and a half from my house to your house.
So we get done, and we get done training at the class is supposed to end at 8:45. I make it go till at least 9 every night, but most times it's like 9:30, and we get out of there like 9:30, 9:45. He's still got an hour and a half drive back home. Hope he takes his nasty ass and gets a shower after that.
Yeah. Well,
I know there's times I've been so tired, I'm like, fuck that, I get a shower in the morning.
Crash out, yeah. Now, usually I've been taking a shower like at that gym because it's got
at the gym,
showers
yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, so that works out pretty good. Now I ain't got to worry about doing nothing but sleep when I get home.
Yeah. So supposedly the D'Iberville gym is now that Alan actually bought the building we're gonna be renovating the whole outside to have a big spot. I mean, it's decent how it is now, but it's gonna be a lot better. So it'll be really good training for the next fight.
It's hot in that gym too, boy, on the outside. Whew.
Do what?
I remember when Mr. Dixon you talking about that Southern Elite?
Yeah.
So I trained with Mr. Dixon down there whenever he was coaching on the outside when they had the cage in there.
Yeah, I remember then.
And dude, it was like 130 degrees in the summertime.
See, no, they're gonna be getting that closed in and everything. Yeah, it gets hot, and then right now it's cold as hell out there. See, I don't mind the heat. I can train in 200 degrees if you want me to.
Yeah, I don't like the cold though.
Yeah, man. Once my fingers get going, once my fingers get cold, I'm quitting.
I'm that way with my toes, man. Can somebody try to kick me in cold weather? Nope.
Sharp asked me after the last fight. He's like, "Man, we're gonna do another one. They want us to do it at the same place, but they want us to do it outside." I said, "In November, y'all can suck my balls. I am not fighting outside in the cold."
Nope, I ain't kicking nobody in the cold,
bro. Not at all.
It would be a straight up boxing match, I promise.
Man, and I'm having my hands so tucked in that my fingers ain't touching nothing.
Yeah.
But no, back to the guide for tomorrow night. How do you foresee it going? What do you now of course this is what you want and what you think you might foresee, but what's the plan? Don't give me the game plan. Don't want you to go into that, but if you could have it go perfectly how you'd want it to go, how would you foresee it going? Would you rather have like a 5-round war and have it like that, or would you rather just go out there and get a quick finish?
I want to go out there and just get it over with.
Man,
I think.
And Bare Knuckle, you better go out there and get a quick finish. I ain't trying to get busted up. You seen Jason looking like Chucky after he fought Artem the first time.
He looked just like Chucky.
Bro, and then I coached him for the second one. Dude come out. He has never had a fight where he didn't get cut. Like, there's only been a few of them. And MMA, too. That dude came out there looking like he just got out. Like, he just got off.
Hair wasn't even sweaty.
Bro, he made that look too easy. But
that's that Killer Bee workout there.
Hey, we had him right. But, I mean, that was all him, though. He did everything that he needed to in the fight that we practiced and worked out.
Yeah.
But,
Speaking of Jason Knight, man, everybody's telling me I look like that Joker now.
bro,
I had
I swear to God, we came to the gym the other day, and I want to say it was Tyler. I might be wrong, Tyler Hill, but it was either him or I can't even remember who else it might have been. They said, "Man, that motherfucker looks identical to Jason." I said, "I swear, I told you the other day." And he was like,
Harris Stevenson, Harris Stevenson, his daughter.
"Today?"
She was like, yeah, at the fight, at the weigh-in, she was like, "Oh my God, when you walked in, I started running up to you like, hey, it's Jason Knight." I'm like, girl, I don't like that dude.
I ain't that scrawny motherfucker. But hell no. Well, I want to hold you up on. I know it's late and you got to get your beauty rest for tomorrow. But nah, get your mind right. I'm gonna end up being up there. I know I got to corner Adrian Miles and then watch you fight. I know Sharp said he's gonna come. We're trying. If UPS lets us off in time, I'll make up some excuse.
I put you down for a corner, like just to, in case you wanted to or something like that.
Oh,
I only got one corner so far, but I mean, if you want a corner,
who you got cornering you?
Eric Graham.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if Graham let me be in there.
No, he will. Like, I told him about it. I told him I was going to ask you anyway if you wanted to. Get you in for free if anything.
I'll 100% do it. I'm gonna be up there with Adrian, and then there's a couple fights I want to watch. I know Jason was saying they might try to line him up with another guy that's fighting on the card.
Tyler Good John. Oh, edit.
I can't edit. I can't say any names. I don't know. That might be it. It might not. Might be Crazy Horse. I don't know. I was supposed to fight Crazy Horse at one point. Not bare knuckle, but MMA. But it was back in the day. But so we might be getting him ready for that soon. But I know he wants to make it back to the UFC, so he's really looking to do MMA unless they're trying to give him a payday. But I want to wish you all the luck, man.
I appreciate it.
Go out there and
hopefully I put some of them drills down on that 252.
Hey, go out there and do work, and I don't know. I know you were like me when we fought. We both in there having a good time. I mean, that's fun too, but it's also fun to go ahead and have a good time afterwards and go in there and just try to finish, especially bare knuckle, man. I say use that range.
I don't know this move, man. I'll be if I get hit, I'm gonna get violent probably.
Oh, I've seen that in sparring, so I already know that's gonna happen. But go in there, use your range, move, make this guy work. I mean, I've watched film on him. I think you're definitely the better fighter. Just gotta go out there and show it tomorrow. But good luck, man.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, take it easy.
All right, man. Yes, sir.